Me and my black spider, building worlds at midnight. Code and crawl in shadows.
No, I don't have time to play with you, Black Spider.
Today, we are going to build a fully procedural spider animation system in Roblox Studio using MCP, Claude Opus 4.7, Blender, and AI automation. This workflow is honestly crazy powerful because we are going from concept art all the way to a fully animated procedural spider that can walk, rotate, climb slopes, and follow targets automatically inside Roblox Studio. And the best part is, most of the setup is assisted by AI. So let's start from the very beginning. First, I used ChatGPT to generate a spider concept design. My prompt was something like, design for me a spider with 4 legs, multiple views, so I can bring it to Meshy for modeling and then rigging in Blender. And ChatGPT generated a really nice spider design with multiple camera views including top, front, bottom, side, back, and even 3/4 perspective views. After that, I simply cropped each view into separate images using screenshots. Very easy. Next, open Meshy AI in your browser. Go to Workspace to start creating a new model. Then drag your main spider image into the left side. For this example, I used the top view first. Set model type to standard. Then enable the multiple view toggle. This feature is still beta, but from my testing, it works extremely well. Now click the 3 upload slots and add the remaining spider views. Using multiple images helps Meshy understand the shape much more accurately. Now click Generate. After a few seconds, Meshy creates a full 3D spider model automatically. The result looks really good, but notice the triangle count is extremely high. Mine was around 270,000 triangles. That is way too heavy for Roblox Studio because Roblox has mesh limits. So before exporting, we need to optimize it. But first, click the texture button to generate textures. Once done, you can see the spider texture correctly applied to the model. Looks awesome already. Now click the polygon button to start remeshing. You can choose fixed or adaptive poly count. I personally recommend adaptive because fixed sometimes creates weird geometry issues or holes in the mesh. Choose low under adaptive. This keeps the shape looking good while massively reducing topology. And now the result is almost identical to the original model, but the triangle count is reduced to around 5,000. Perfect for Roblox. Now download the model. I usually choose FBX format, but you can use any format you prefer. Next, let's move into Blender. Open a new Blender project. Delete the default cube by pressing X and confirm delete. Then drag your downloaded FBX file directly into Blender. Switch to Material Preview mode so we can see the textures. Very nice. Now, before continuing, make sure Blender MCP add-on is installed. If you don't know how to install it, I already put a tutorial link in the description. Now, open Claude Desktop. You can use another AI agent if you want, but I'm using Claude Opus 4.7 because it is currently one of the strongest coding and MCP models available. Then go to Customize and open Connectors. Search for Blender. If Blender MCP is not installed yet, click Install and restart Claude. Once Claude launches again, create a new project. I named mine Spider Procedural Animation Move. Then add a description explaining what the project should do. My project description was something like this. The spider should follow a target in Roblox Studio using procedural animation. It can rotate left, right, up and down while following the target, and it should climb obstacles and slopes using its 4 legs. The model is rigged in Blender, and Claude will help create IK systems, poles, raycast targets, and procedural movement scripts. Now start chatting inside the project. The very first thing you should always do is check Blender connection. Claude should analyze the Blender scene and recognize your spider model. Next I typed, add bones to it and auto weight, and Claude automatically created the armature and weighted the spider mesh. One important tip here, Always keep your spider at position 0 and rotation 0 in Blender. That makes it much easier for Claude to calculate and build the rig correctly. Now switch to pose mode and test the bones. As you can see, the legs deform correctly. Next, select both the spider mesh and the armature together. Export them as FBX. These are my export settings. Enable selected objects. Set path mode to copy. Enable embed textures and set scale to 0.01. Then export. Now let's move into Roblox Studio. Create a new baseplate project. Go to the Home tab and click 3D Import. Select the Spider FBX file and import it. For Rig General option, choose Custom Rig. The spider imported successfully, but it is very small, so I scaled it up about 5 times. Now comes the really interesting part. We are going to use Roblox Studio MCP together with Claude to build the procedural animation system automatically. First, enable MCP server inside Roblox Studio. Click the galaxy icon and choose Manage MCP servers. Here you can see I already connected Claude Desktop and several other AI tools. Inside Claude settings under Developer tab, Roblox Studio MCP should be enabled. If you don't have the config yet, click Edit Config and paste the MCP configuration JSON. You can actually copy this directly from the Roblox Studio MCP setup instructions. After updating config, restart Claude again. Now we are ready. Open the Spider project in Claude, and again, always test connection first. This is extremely important. Sometimes Claude looks like it is working, but it is not actually connected to Roblox Studio. When that happens, it only generates text instead of directly editing your project. In my case, connection failed several times. I had to restart Claude completely before it finally connected successfully. After connection worked, I told Claude to review my project goals. At first, Claude still could not read the project description properly. So I added a project goals text file manually inside the project context. You can do this by pressing the plus button inside Files and adding text context. After that, Claude fully understood the project requirements. Then it started building everything automatically. It asked me how the spider should follow targets. Then it implemented IK controls for all 4 legs. It created foot targets and pole objects for procedural movement. Originally, I wanted realistic physics where the body reacts physically to the legs and collisions. But Claude explained the complexity of that setup. So instead, we used a simpler system. We added an invisible body part as the primary part and welded the spider mesh to it. After testing multiple times, we ran into some problems. First, the spider kept moving backward whenever the target changed position. After fixing that, another issue appeared. When climbing slopes, the spider body orientation was not correctly facing the target. Eventually, Claude fixed everything, and now the spider moves correctly across terrain. You can see 4 orange objects under the legs. Those are the foot targets. And the 4 blue objects are pole targets used for IK orientation. Inside the spider hierarchy, we now have the main mesh, the invisible body part, IK constraints, and rig folder. Inside the rig folder are foot targets and foot poles. The IK constraints connect the pole object, foot bone, target object, and upper leg chain root together. Also, if you see names like BL, BR, FL, and FR, those stand for back left, back right, and front right. This naming makes it much easier to identify the legs. The red sphere here is the spider target. the spider automatically chases any object with that target name. And for this demo, Claude also created a local script so we can move the target by clicking during runtime. All main procedural movement scripts are inside Server Script Service. Spider Runner handles setup and communication. SpiderController is basically the brain of the spider. It controls body movement, raycasts, stepping logic, body tilt, and leg coordination. There is also a config module that stores all adjustable values like walk speed, turn speed, stop distance, raycast length, and leg pair configuration. Very clean setup and easy to customize later. And finally, LegController is responsible for the actual procedural stepping cycle. That module handles the procedural foot movement itself. And that's basically the full workflow for creating a procedural spider animation system in Roblox Studio using MCP and Claude Opus 4.7. This combination of AI tools with Blender and Roblox Studio is honestly game-changing for indie developers. If you enjoyed this tutorial, make sure to subscribe and let me know what creature or AI system you want to build next.